Okay, today I put the oil pump back in and started rerouting this oil feeder line to the tappets. Made a decision early on to put a union in here so I could, should at some future point I need to take this apart, I can reach in here and take this off, unscrew this, and this will come out and allow me to take the head nut off without having to cut it all apart. Hopefully I won't have to go back in this again. I may need to shorten this up a little bit and push this fitting back to make sure I can get to it from the inside in here. But this is where I'm at with that. Did break down and reinsert the pistons today. They're in. Fit back in fairly easy. I didn't even have to use Chris's compression rings compressor. I tried to, but it didn't want to behave, so I just quit messing with it and did it by hand. Was able to press them in and wiggle them around till it jumped on in. But both pistons are back in the original orientation. I need to, I guess tomorrow I'll put it on the lift and lift it up and bring it over here to reassemble, but I'll have to finish doing my deliberations about oil line before I do that. As I said, I'm probably going to have to shorten this line up about this much and move this fitting back so I can make sure I can get to this fitting from the inside should I have to break this all down again, which we don't want to do, but hey, got to think ahead. Just looking and thinking my logic may have failed me because I forgot to take into account the extension, the rear extension of the sleeves here on the cylinder walls coming back. You might be able to pull that forward and get under here and take this loose at a future time if you needed to. You'd have to slide it out on the bolts and hold it and get a wrench up in there and try to make it loose, but don't know. I haven't finished messing with it. I'll get it together and it'll work, but it may not be something I can take back apart like I hope to. I posted a question and I got some good answers based on how poorly I worded my question. But the truth of the matter is, I guess what I'm trying to find out is, does this pipe here coming forward from the oil pump, does it just terminate at this, as a blunt end on this end? Does it just terminate right here? And then this piece just bolt down on top? So I'm just curious, you know, because there's nothing to hold this or thread this to on this end or compression fit it. But I'm just curious if this just stops it here at this point. If it just comes through and stops right here, and then this piece bolt down on it, my orientation may not be right. It may be like this versus like this, depending on how the tappet oilers run. But I'm just curious as to how it's supposed to terminate. So if you want to make a comment and help me on this, please do.